Three titles change hands at Impact Rebellion last night. The Wyatt family teases a new faction. Tyson Fury teases facing Drew McIntyre in Cardiff this year. Hello, welcome to the Solo Sunday News here at What Culture Wrestling with myself, Andrew Pollard. I hope you're doing well on this fine, brisk, and mildly sunny Sunday. This is very weather specific for North Wales. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. As mentioned, before we get into the wrestling news, I just hope you're having a really cool Sunday. Whatever you've got planned for your Sunday, I hope it goes well. Whatever you've been up to so far, I hope it's been cool. Whether you got loads of things planned or nothing planned, just have an awesome Sunday. And one person who will be having an awesome Sunday is the walking weapon, Josh Alexander, your new Impact Wrestling World Champion, two-time World Champion. Last night at Rebellion, the walking weapon defeated Moose. I think it's 180. I did write this down this morning. I should have had this with me. I'm sure it was 182 days was Moose's reign. Of course, Moose defeated Josh Alexander back at Bound for Glory last year in proper scumbag fashion, because Moose is a fantastic heel, cashing in his Call Your Shot opportunity, which he won earlier that night. That was at Bound for Glory after Alexander defeated Christian Cage to win the Impact World Championship, the big one. And then that's when Moose came in as Alexander was celebrating with his wife and young son, and was a scumbag and cashed in and took the title. And now Josh Alexander has that back. He had his wife and child with him in attendance. Little Weapon walked him down to the ring in full gear, the headgear. Awesome to see, just a really cool moment. And then, Josh would go and put Moose away with a C4 spike to get the 1, 2, 3 and become a two-time Impact Wrestling World Champion. And I love watching Josh Alexander. It's just, the dude is so talented. If you've not seen any of his matches, go out your way just to watch as much as you can. The guy is so talented, and as is Moose, as is so much an Impact. There was, as mentioned in the intro there were two further title changes. You have Taya Valkyrie as your new Reina de Reinas champion. Taya Valkyrie defeated Deonna Purrazzo to become I think it's a 4-time now Reina de Reinas champion, the AAA title. And Purrazzo's had this belt for, I think this was 250 days, round about then. And it was all part of the champ speak. Now, you can't be the champ if you've only got one title. That's just champ. Again, if you've not been watching Impact lately, Deonna Purrazzo absolutely killing it, as she has for the last, 18 months, 2 years now. Her whole shtick was going around as the Reina de Reinas champion and the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, and proclaiming herself the champ. And that was what her character had so much leaned into in the last couple of months. So now Deonna's only got that ROH Women's title, and that seems like it's destined to have a unification match with the interim ROH Women's title champion, which would be Mercedes Martinez. Other title change, I feel like I'm running through this because there's so much to get through. Ace Austin is again the Impact X Division champion, defeating the previous champ Trey Miguel and Speedball Mike Bailey in a triple threat. Now, me personally, I had Speedball down to win this. Again, somebody who's just so much fun to watch. But Ace Austin is your new X Division champ. And to go through the rest of the results, I've got them written down here, so I'm going to speed through these. Eddie Edwards defeated Chris Bay. The Influence retained the Knockouts World Tag Titles against Inspiration. Steve Macklin defeated Jay White and Chris Sabin. Tomohiro Ishii got the win over Jonah in a Hoss match. Violent by Design's Eric Young and Joe Doring managed to keep hold of the Impact World Tag Titles in an 8-team elimination match. And Tasha Steelz is still your Impact Knockout Women's Champion after retaining against Rosemary. And breathe. And taking a moment to breathe and looking through social media, if you follow Adam Scherr, the former Braun Strowman, you will see that there was a Wyatt family reunion of sorts over the weekend, just yesterday, at the For the Love of Wrestling convention in Liverpool here over in the UK. It was Wyndham Rotunda was there, the former Bray Wyatt, Eric Redbeard was there, the former Eric Rowan, and of course Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman Titan Adam Scherr. And it was Scherr who took to social media to post a picture of the three doing there's your horseman. They went with the down horseman and proclaimed themselves the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: war, death, famine, pestilence. The 3 of those, and obviously a shout out to the late great Mr. Brody Lee as well. Now, some people are seeing this as the tease of a new faction, maybe. I mean, Adam Scherr is key in the Control Your Narrative faction group, organization, promotion that was formed by EC3. Some are saying that maybe this is a new group, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Obviously, it's not like there's any any other four horsemen in professional wrestling, are there? No, never been a thing, is it? But yeah, to me, I just see this as just three buddies getting together. They're all for once in the same space at the same time, grabbing a photo. And yeah, Adam Scherr's put whatever he's put on social media in terms of captioning it. But who knows? Maybe there's a WWE return and we get the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Maybe it's AEW, or maybe it's nothing. And it's just, like I said, just a fun photo. Any boxing fans out there? Boxing fans? I'm sure there's a few of you. Big fight last night. Tyson Fury got the TKO win over Dillian Wyatt to retain the WBC heavyweight title and the ringside magazine title as well, for those wondering. But after the match, the talk was Tyson Fury talked about how basically he wants to retire now, which he talked about in the lead up to the match. But the other talk that came out was he got to address Drew McIntyre. Now, not just Drew McIntyre, because the question was put to Tyson, to the Gypsy King, of whether he basically, if he's going to appear for WWE later this year, is he going to be in Cardiff? I will be. I haven't got the ticket yet, obviously, but I've paid my hotel, so I'll be there. I'll be there with a can of Wrexham lager. I'll be there. There's a niche football song for you. Well, this has gone way off track. I'm going to take a swig of coffee to the working man on a Sunday. Although caffeine maybe is not the wisest idea this morning. But yeah, after the fight, it was put to Tyson Fury whether or not he'll be in Cardiff this September. And he mentioned that not just Cardiff, he dropped in SummerSlam. In fact, the exact quote here was, "Don't rule me out fighting there," as in WWE. "You might see me at SummerSlam too. I've got to speak to Vince and the boys, maybe make this happen. I know Drew McIntyre has been saying a lot of things about me. I'll knock him out like I did his pal, which would be Braun Strowman. I'd love to be at Cardiff." It looks like it's on to me. I mean, it's one of those with Drew where you want to do something big with him at the Cardiff show, whatever this is going to be titled, the Cardiff show. But I don't think that big is him defeating Roman Reigns. If anything, I think Roman maybe drops it before then, the unified universal title to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. That's just my speculative mind going. But I don't think you have Drew in the world title match. I don't think, because if you do, I don't see him winning. And I don't think you put him in that spot to then lose on home soil. So you want to do something else big for him. And a big cross-promotional, mainstream media grabbing, attention-seeking, grabbing doodah against Tyson Fury would definitely be something big and worthwhile for the Scottish Warrior. So maybe that's it. We get the Scottish Warrior, Scottish Psychopath versus the Gypsy King in Cardiff. I think it's a given, as long as WWE puts up the money for Tyson Fury, because hey, you got to pay the man. Which then reminds me of Goodfellas. Bip, you pay me. Bip, you pay me. Words I can't say there, of course. There's a whole bunch of questions coming this morning, which I'm going to quietly try and get to very quickly on the Twitter. Of course, be sure to get in touch with us at What Culture WWE on Twitter. Follow me if you want at Culture Left Peg on Twitter. I can't promise it's going to be very fun. Where are we? First up, Mark Salad. How are we going, Mark? Morning legend. Thoughts on when the House of Black is done with Fuego and he starts turning heel, pairing them with Sammy and Ty. Hashtag this is your news. And then we got a picture of 3 doggos. See, I love this on a Sunday. I get sent pictures of dogs and cats, and it's big smile on this face. I think to me that's a great idea, Mark. I think that obviously we all know how good friends in real life Fuego del Sol and Sammy Guevara. We've seen that on screen. We saw that the moment when Fuego got his AEW contract, it was Sammy, not Tony Khan, it was Sammy that gave him the contract in a moment that was said to not be scripted. It was all off the cuff that Tony Khan decided, right, yeah, go and give him a contract. We're signing this dude. So yeah, for me, it makes perfect sense. Right, I'm going to try and get through these quick because, unfortunately, because of my ramblings, some of the questions had to get cut last week. Apologies to editor Ryan for making this job hard every Sunday morning. Jonathan Rivera, do you think AEW is going to do Hook versus Danhausen on Dynamite sometime, or are they going to save it for Double or Nothing? Hashtag Solo Sunday News. I don't know what Double or Nothing's next month, so I think you can hold off on it. Part of me's thinking, the way they're speeding up on it, because this Friday's Rampage, in case that nobody saw it or you missed it, Danhausen sabotaged Hook's crisps, his chips, if you're in the States. And Hook spoke for the first time, basically said that Danhausen has his attention, gripped him up against the wall. So you're already at that point. Where do you go from there? I mean, is this something you want to drag out for weeks and weeks and months? Or, I mean, realistically, you could do this match on Wednesday. You could do this match on Friday. So, I don't know that one. because I think Double or Nothing, it's going to be a crammed card. We're all expecting a good show. I think Hook and Danhausen, I mean, the appeal's there clearly for that. It's just, is there room for that on Double or Nothing? And to me, I don't think you want to put it on like the buy-in show. I think it's a match that's a bit better than that. So maybe it is on a Dynamite or a Rampage. Coulter Strands got in touch. Happy Sunday from Leia. I see, I love this. Leia, a cat, like my cat Leia, who's through there sleeping. Happy Sunday from Leia. I stopped watching WWE last year after becoming very frustrated by the way they treat their talent. Besides AEW, what other wrestling companies should I check out? Hey, Impact Wrestling, dude. It's, yeah, I've waxed lyrical about lots of it. There's just so many people there who are killing it. The promotion itself has been knocking it out of the park for the most part for easily the last year. So I would absolutely say Impact Wrestling. The NWA, I still watch it every week. It seems to, I don't know, with the NWA, it just seems to have lost. I think the pandemic really hurt it. It's getting there. It's getting back. Matt Cardona is the world champion there at the moment, and he's been doing great. So I'd say to check out the NWA as well. But yeah, first and foremost, Impact Wrestling, absolutely. Hell's got in touch. Do you think wrestling will benefit from more wholesome? See, this is, I like this. I like it that people know what I'm about. Do you think the wrestling will benefit from more wholesome moments like the little weapon ring walk last night and less excess bleeding? Just asking you so you can waffle a bit more about Josh Alexander. I appreciate that, Al. I really do. Yeah, I'm all for the wholesome moments, man. I'm all for that. I am also for a little bit the bleeding inspiring me as well. I like a sprinkling of all of it. But yeah, Josh Alexander, I will waffle about that man all day. I will give editor Ryan nightmares because he'll have to be cutting all of this up to trim back the video. But yeah, that moment last night was really cool, seeing that little weapon. In fact, there was a really cool video doing the rounds. I'm trying to think if it was this year or last year. That Josh Alexander himself put out, or it might be his wife Jay put it out. One of those put out that it was Little Weapon and the Walking Weapon having like a play fight at home, and Little Weapon went for the dick kick. It's just like, what? And floored his old man, which was great. And I'm not sure if I can say that. If not, low blow. We'll go with low blow if I can't say that word. Brilliant. Yeah, wholesome moments all the way. But yeah, thanks so much for everybody tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Yeah, be sure to come and follow us at What Culture WWE. Follow me, like I said, at Culture Peg if you want. If not, no worries. Just have a good day. I hope your Sunday goes super cool. I hope whatever you're getting up to goes really, really well. Thanks for all those questions. Hopefully most of them can stay in because I may have talked a lot. And yeah, be sure to have an awesome Sunday, and I will catch you next week.